All right, guys, how's it going? Welcome back to another episode of Traitor Trent. Now, if you're a wet wipe, well, first of all, you shouldn't be on this channel. This channel is definitely not for you if you're a wet wipe. But if you are a wet wipe and you're hanging around, please don't caps lock me to death in the comments section. The series name Traitor Trent, it's just a bit of banter, a bit of tongue-in-cheek, you know, to get a reaction from fucking pussies like you. But, you know, some of my peoples, my viewers, you know, they want his career to bomb. Right, they can't stand the rap back, right? But some people want him to do well because they say he's had 20 years loyal service to Liverpool Football Club. It is irrelevant which side of the fence you are on, because this series takes a look at what's been said in Madrid about him. It shows people that, you know, that are interested, how he's getting on, how the media perceive him, etc., etc., etc. So we're just really taking a look at what they've got to say. Now, in Marca today, basically the headline here is Trent has a new rival. I won't go over the article straight away, but what I will do is I'll give you a summary of the article if you haven't got much time and you don't want to waste too much time on this video. So basically, it's Trent's situation ahead of Liverpool versus Real Madrid. Trent Alexander-Arnold will return to Anfield with Real Madrid, but he is expected to start on the bench. Despite Carvajal's injury and his own full recovery from a September setback, Trent faces new competition from Fede Valverde, who has impressed at right back. Valverde has played more minutes at right back than anyone else this season, reclaiming a position he filled 14 times last year. But when he was playing last year, it was all like, we need Trent. You know, Carvajal was injured. Valverde's playing there as cover, but we need Trent. That was kind of the message last season, which you guys will know if you follow my channel. Valverde has played more minutes at right back than anyone else this season, blah, blah, blah. Trent has not played in the last two games despite being available. He says he's happy at Madrid, praising Xabi Alonso's intelligence and vision, and feels part of the team. The match at Anfield will be emotionally charged for Trent, who called it a mix of emotions and admitted it will be a very difficult match. He confirmed he still keeps in touch with former teammates like Robertson and Salah, and said he will not celebrate if he scores, stressing his continued love for Liverpool. I've always loved the club and will always be a Liverpool fan, is basically what he said. He also noted the experience will feel strange warming up on the other side and using the away dressing room, but accepted it's part of the game. I think that was Ryan Babel flying over there in a helicopter. Okay, so that's basically the summary of the article. I'm going to go over the article now if you want to hear it in full, which, you know, if you're interested, it's always better to get the full article, I think, see how the journalists intended it to be put across. So Trent has a new rival. The fullback returns to Liverpool awaiting his comeback and now faces competition from the Uruguayan midfielder. Trent is now Valverde's understudy. Ooh, never thought I would hear that. Again, so this is why it's interesting, right? Trent Alexander-Arnold will be one of the main talking points as Real Madrid. What is wrong with me? Real Madrid visit Liverpool, an honour he shares with Xabi Alonso. However, the Englishman will be less in the spotlight than expected, as he is set to start on the bench for tomorrow's match at Anfield. With Carvajal sidelined and Trent fully recovered from the injury he suffered in September, he should have had a clear path to the starting 11. But a new rival has emerged, Fede Valverde. The Uruguayan has made the right-back spot his own, and Alonso's preferred starting lineup features Valverde wearing the number 8 shirt in that position. In fact, Valverde has now played more times at right-back this season than anyone else. After Trent's signing and Carvajal's return, it seemed Fede would finally be free from a role he was forced into as many as 14 times last season. But circumstances have once again pulled him back to the right side of defence. Meanwhile, Trent is waiting for his opportunity after two consecutive matches on the bench, without playing a minute since being declared fit. The Englishman continues his adaptation period and insists he is living a dream at Real Madrid. Xabi's intelligence, the way he sees the game, it's incredible. I'm happy to be here. I feel part of the team, he said. And then there's the subheadline, an emotional return to Anfield. The biggest focus on his return to Anfield. The Liverpool-born return... Oh my God, what is wrong with me? Sorry, guys. The Liverpool-born player knows it will be a special and emotional night. I knew I'd have to face Liverpool at some point. It's a top team. And I always imagined I'd end up coming back sooner or later. It's a mix of emotions. I think it'll be a very difficult match, but I'm really excited. The reception. Trent stays in touch with several of his former Liverpool teammates. I spoke to Robertson and Salah when the draw came out. Even though their recent results haven't been great, they're still a great team, and nobody here thinks it'll be an easy game. He also had a message for the Liverpool fans. How I'll be received, oh my days. How I'll be received at Anfield depends on the supporters. I've always loved the club and will always be a Liverpool fan. If I score, I won't celebrate. Is that him just trying to be nice before he gets there? He concluded by acknowledging how surreal the experience will be. Everything will feel different, warming up on the opposite side, being in the away dressing room, but that's part of the game. On the bench, I never, ever thought I would see him referred as the understudy to Valverde, or Valverde, however you want to pronounce it. But I don't know if they've been a little bit unfair there, because he's been out injured. Should he walk straight back into the team when a player's been playing in that position and playing very well? Has he got that much clout? I mean, I don't know. What do you think? Are you taking? I was going to say, are you taking it as a snub? Some of you will say that. Some of you go, yeah, it's because he's not good enough. I know you will, but some of you might go, no, he's got to wait his chance. He's been out injured for a while. Maybe he's not, 100%, match fit or whatever. Does he have to wait his chance? Could the papers be wrong? Who knows? I desperately want him to play. I've got to be honest with you. I do. I want to see what the atmosphere is like, the attitude's like towards him, etc., etc. I know some people will, if he was booed, will find that funny and will support it. But I also know there'll be some people going, that's just not right. So this is one of those topics that just splits the fans, and you can understand why. And I think some people have different opinions based on maybe where they're from. Maybe if they're from Liverpool, they're maybe a bit more angry and disappointed towards him, than some people that maybe aren't. I don't know. But I'm still interested in Trent. I really am. I've got to be honest with you. I genuinely don't really care if his career bombs or if he succeeds. I'm not bothered. I'm not sat around hoping his career bombs. I'm not. There's part of me as a football fan, what I would be like with any Liverpool player leaving, would think, well, I hope it don't go as good, because then it's kind of like, yeah, you were at a good club, you shouldn't have left, blah, blah, blah. I don't think that's being malicious or vindictive or anything. I think that's just being proud of your own club, So I've always got that little bit of thinking, even if I like the player or they didn't leave under controversial circumstances, because it's always good then in the future to go, well, how many players left and did better, But then there's a part of me that thinks, I understand he wants to try himself at another club, a big club, a glamorous club, whether you like him or not. And, imagine putting that on your CV. I played for Liverpool and Real Madrid. So you can understand that. Maybe wanting to try a different culture and lifestyle, be with his pal, and all that. But it doesn't mean I'm going to sit around going, I hope you win everything in the game now. So for me, genuinely, I'm not angry with him. I'm really not bothered. But I am interested in seeing how it pans out. And I think that's because we spoke about it for what felt like a year at least. I think we spoke about it that much that right, okay, it's happened. So let's see how it works out. So I know you guys are split on it, all right? But I'm just being very transparent. But I would like to see him play, because I would like to see Liverpool beat Real Madrid with him in the team, so that we can say, there you go, sunshine. That's all. I mean, maybe that makes me petty, maybe that makes me bitter. But I'm a Liverpool fan, so should I not be thinking that, Anyway, let me know what you think. If you found the video interesting, please thumbs up the video. If you're a wet wipe, obviously you're going to thumbs it down. That's fine. Please drop me a comment. There's a love out under the video if you want to support my channel. It's called a super thanks. I always give a shout out to everybody that does that in my morning briefings the following morning. And if you want to buy me a beer, there's a Revolut link in the video description. That's from my kitty on a Saturday when I go for a beer at the end of the week. All right, guys, I'm really looking forward to this game. Really, really, really looking forward to this one. I've got to be honest with you. Yeah, really looking forward to it. All right, I'll leave it with you. Oh, I'm live on here tonight at 6:30 UK time if you want to come along for an hour. All right, cheers.